raining. I did not tape yesterday, but here's what happened. A quick update. We spread a bunch of chicken manure because the fields that we wanted to get spread were in decent shape. In the afternoon, we went back to beans again. They were still a little bit on the wet side, so they're sitting in wagons. We're gonna roast them, not today. But this morning, because of the rain, because this wet bin is this regular bin, I started the dryer back up. And we're gonna get the sweep going, and we're gonna get this bin cleaned out. Just to get some more corn dried ahead. And then we go back at it. That's ready to go. And we got a bunch of other things going on. Once I get the sweep going, we'll show you. But yeah, I gotta go work on the bean head. We're gonna go over the combine. Just get things ready for go time. We're gonna see how full this bin is. Now last year, I put dry corn in the wet bin so I didn't have to clean it out all the time. I didn't have that option this year because the chickens need feed. We didn't have time to get to corn. We got a ring and a quarter left. So this bin's pretty full. MFA is supposed to be here today to get hydro to the new bin because we're gonna need it ASAP now. So either way, if it rained or not, we're at a standstill until we get hydro there. Well, we can do one more wet bin to fill this, you know, if we really want to squeeze it right full. Anyways. There we go. Sweep is going. We'll get this bottom cleaned out. So on beans last night, I hit a rock. Gotta replace that. Oh, that's gone forever. Conveniently, it's raining. And I can just do this on the head, or on the header cart. I don't need it on the combine for this particular one. That's kind of handy. And yet again, I should have probably let the much impact. Okay, it's not terrible. That one's good. Anyways, we have inspected. It's gonna grease it, and then this bean head is ready to go. We're gonna go switch the combine back over to corn because of the rain. I know we'll be into corn next, and then back to beans again. We're at the pump action today, and we'll grease the chain. It's not too bad. Need the pumper in the gearbox. Last grease nipple, and this thing is now ready to go again. So we are gonna switch the S660 back to corn. So it's easier with two guys. You can do it with one, but Wes is just lifting up on the feeder house. And that side is up. And that side is up. So that raises the feeder house to make more room for the corn cobs. It goes down for wheat. Next, we're gonna change the speed. And we're on low speed for corn. You can see we got, it's on the little pulley and the big pulley, one on the big pulley and little pulley down here. With this bar, bring her down. Over. Pop that belt over. Back up. Okay, next thing, go to the back. Change the deflector. Maybe I'll let Wes do this one because he's got two hands. Over to corn. We're gonna move the chopper. Right now we're chopping the chaff because it's beans. We don't want those chopper blades. Pulls those out. Now we gotta undo this. Now I don't know why this particular combine has these stupid clips. Gotta get a screwdriver to open. All the other combines I've seen don't have these particular clips. You need a screwdriver to open them up, but can be ignorant of this combine. Switch out of the way, so push that T-handle in. Bring it back. Okay. Need to put the rotor into low speed. There we go. There we go. You can feel it going to first gear. I'm going to show you the back of the rotor, what I was talking about with those spacers. We did not change them for beans. We just wanted to see what happened. We left them in, and I kind of like it that way. Okay, back of the rotor. Front of the rotor's up there. It is done by the cab. Here is the back of the rotor, and there's 3 columns. So you see these spacers here? Going to beans, they're supposed to tighten right up. It brings this closer to the rotor. When you go to corn, you're supposed to put these spacers in. We left them in for beans that time because we just wanted to see what happened. And I think it did a better job with them in. But maybe I'll switch them back when we go back to beans. We'll see to see. But I think I got a better sample in the tank with the spacers in. But John Deere recommends that these are out for beans, in for corn. And lastly, we're gonna put these screens in for corn, solid for beans. So sometimes if beans are really small, they'll actually just fall right out. For corn, this allows red dog and fines to fall out the bottom before it goes to your tank. So, see how much we can catch or make a mess. Not that bad. This is all just personal preference. Some guys just leave the solid ones on. Some guys leave the perforated ones on. It all depends on how aggressive you want to be. Really, not that big a deal to change over. Back to the last one. There we go. And that is now set up for corn again. We're gonna tighten that chain. We're gonna lube chains, grease it. The last thing you gotta do is go out and change all your settings from the cab. That'll change your sieves, your fan speed, all that good stuff. But conveniently, it's all saved in there from when no one was doing corn, so literally just push a button and it'll change everything. Don't go inside here and kind of look. So when we change the chopper, you can see all the knives that are rolling in there. So when you push these in, that allows it to chop up the straw. We pulled it out so it won't chop anything up. And here is the back of the combine inside. Here's your sieves. This is what catches all the grain, separates it. So when you push the button, it'll open these up a bit more and allow the corn to go through. You open these more for corn than beans. And the auger bed's up there. There we have it. We're set up. So Wes is tightening this. It doesn't need to be killed, but you don't really want it dragging. We're gonna give her some chain lube. Keep those rollers nice and lubed up. This is a personal preference. I've heard some people, they don't like lube in the chain because it attracts dust, but I like lube. That's what she said. Get over here. Oh. This is your unload chain. And if I have missed anything on setting this up or switching over, or different guys like different preferences, leave a comment below, because I like trying different things. You know, there are people out there that are more experienced than me, and maybe they have a better way, and I want to know about it. And lastly, we're gonna put the head on the 6 rows of Fury. Like I said in other videos, the 6 row really does work for us because we have a 12 row corn planter. An S660 really isn't a big enough combine for a 12 row head, and I don't have a 16 row corn planter, so I don't have an 8 row head. That's the deal. And plus, we have tried an 8 row head, and in our fields we can always go there and start coming back and ready for the buggy, where when we had an 8 row head, sometimes we'd have to make a split. It'd just be a little bit more screwing around. Anyways, we can still get the acres off that we need to with this bad boy. So we'll get her on, and we'll get the stalk stompers on. The other nice thing about a 6 row head, it is really easy to go down the road. Like, real easy. So the corn head has 2 PTOs to run it, 1 on each side, so we gotta hook them up. And then, now this head doesn't have a quick coupler like the bean head or some of the other heads out there, because it doesn't, like, you can get sensors on the head, so it'll make it do one of these during the field or through the field. Anyways, we just don't have that particular setup on this head, so we just block off the sensor or like the port. We'll put a little plug on there so no dust gets in, and that works for us for now. We have talked about putting sensors on this head to make it move. Realistically, with a 15-foot head, you don't actually need it, but I have seen the heads that have them, and they are nice. It does move a little bit, but we've been doing it for years this way, and it's working for us. And lastly, our stock stompers. I do like this particular stock stomper. It's easy. They put a lot of down pressure on, and they flatten stalks fairly well. Actually seen today, Lakota, for these stock stompers, make another bracket so you can put more pressure down if you want, but I don't believe we need it, but it was kind of cool. Noah's back here. He's getting this washed up, and he's gonna take it back because we're done renting it for today, or for yesterday anyways. One day we got a bunch of manure moved. Well, the dirt was actually relatively good to go on, because judging by the weather, I don't think we're going to be doing manure for quite a few weeks now, because it's got to dry out or freeze before we get back on the fields. I didn't tape that, but it was a shitty day. There's just too much going on to tape, to be honest with you. And like that, we are out of corn in the wet bin. Just gonna go for a cool down, and we'll empty it out. I usually don't mind leaving corn in there during a rain when it's running, but there's talk of a couple inches coming. So since I'm out of wet corn, I'm gonna empty the dryer. I've had it before where those columns will get sticky and I gotta dump a column. So I might as well just empty it now, and then we'll just refill it after the rain and we'll start all over again. So you can see the status is in cool down mode. This is a pretty cool manure tank. And time to sweep the shop. Get her back to organized again. Get ready for round whatever we're at now. But it's nicer to work in a clean shop than a dirty one. I was gonna take that back. That's all I got for you guys today. Rainy day projects. You guys have a good one. Like and subscribe.